Grapes are not gathered from thorns or figs from thistles, are they? In the same way, every good tree bears good fruit, but the bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree is not able to bear bad fruit, nor a bad tree to bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. So then, you will recognize them by their fruit. Matthew 7:16-20, the New English Translation. Welcome to stage 2 of the Phoenix 90, where you will imagine and define your own crystal clear visions of heaven and hell, and you will prioritize your most valued and magnetic goals. If a lack of motivation or an inclination to procrastination are things that you usually struggle with, then this stage is going to catapult you through your previous limitations and allow you to finally enjoy the fruits of the good life. I want you to imagine a tree. It's a good-sized tree with a pretty solid trunk, and it's well filled out with leaves. The conditions this year have been their normal mix of good and bad. Some hard days and some not so hard days. A good amount of water at times, sometimes too much, and at other times dry spells where water was scarce. Some days the sky was clear and the sun shined brightly, and other days the clouds were so thick that it was almost dark, and the wind howled through the branches of the trees. The normal mix of hardship and opportunity, ease and dis-ease. The tree has just come into fruit, but again, this year's harvest is sparse, and the few fruits that have come through are dry and tasteless. Lots of the other trees around this one have had wonderful harvests in the exact same weather conditions. You decide to get a specialist to come and have a look at the tree and see what the problem is. And they tell you that it's the roots of the tree that are stopping it from being able to bear good fruit. Of course, you say, it can be no other way. It's those roots underneath the surface that are creating those fruits out here in the air. The fruits of the good life that you want to enjoy are created by the roots that are underneath the surface. It is what's unseen that creates what's seen. Recall the passage from Matthew 7. Grapes are not gathered from thorns, nor figs from thistles. Juicy, sweet fruits can only come from well-nourished and deeply rooted plants. Your inner world is the root system and the soil from which your life grows. If it is depleted or poisoned, it is unlikely to yield the fruits that you desire. Similarly, when you are filled with a lack of clarity or self-doubt, you cannot thrive in the best way that you are capable. Stage 2 of the Phoenix 90 is about clarifying the exact kind of fruits that you want to bear. As a tree specialist would tell you, for you to be able to give your tree the best nutrients and care, you need to know exactly what kind of fruits you'd like to harvest. It's about identifying what truly nourishes your spirit and gives you a deep sense of purpose, and then making these things the bedrock for which your future to grow and thrive. So for the first exercise in stage 2, you are going to start by clarifying and identifying the things in your life that you don't want. This is often the easiest place to start, and once you have defined what you don't want, you can start looking at what you do want. But for now, start on a new page or a document, and at the top write, I will not settle for, and start listing all the things that you do not want for yourself. In the example of the tree, you might tell the tree specialist, well, for a start, I don't want fruits that go off too quickly and don't last very long. Next, I don't want fruits that taste sweet at the beginning, but then leave a bitter taste in your mouth afterwards. Another thing, I don't want fruits that take 40 years of hard work before I can really enjoy them. Thinking about it, I don't want to have to work really hard to grow these fruits when I don't even like them that much anyway. Do you know what? I actually prefer vegetables. And now we're starting to get into what we do want. You can see maybe how defining all the things we don't want can lead into being able to clearly see what we do want. True and lasting transformation begins by tending to those inner roots. It requires nourishing yourself with what truly matters, your values, your passions, and your callings. When your roots are deep and well-fed, the fruits of success, fulfillment, and joy will emerge naturally in your life, even through the inevitable storms.